Ah yes, Pokemon gyms, the only places where childhood trauma can be obtained. I thought it would be fun to go through every single Pokemon region now that I've beaten nearly all of them. Yes, I haven't played Pokemon White in that long, and still haven't fought and gets us. Anyways, I wanted to go through all of the region's gyms and point out my personal favorite from each one. I'm basing this off some criteria, like the puzzle, city, and of course the actual battle itself. I will mention what versions of each region I've played to give you guys an idea in case I might have missed a hidden gem somewhere. Anyways, let's get started. First up is Kanto, and I think it's actually pretty challenging. Most of the cities are good, but the puzzles are the ones that are lacking. I've played Let's Go Pikachu and 7 badges in Fire Red before RetroArch got blocked on my school computer, unfortunately. Brock doesn't have a puzzle, Surge is a garbage puzzle, and most of them are just walking around the gym fighting some trainers until you reach the leader themselves. But there was one gym that stood out to me, Cinnabar Island. The island is cool, and while searching for the key in the Pokemon Mansion is annoying, it's made up for it with the very fun puzzles. Whether it be the quiz show aesthetic in Let's Go, or the normal walking through the gym with questions along the way in the other 2 versions, this gym is actually pretty cool. While Blaine is never that hard of a fight, because fire is easy to counter so late in the game, I still think his gym and his team are sick enough to give my win in Kanto. Next up is Johto, and it's a bit of a blur for me. I beat Silver back in 7th grade, but I don't remember all that much of it, so I had to take a look back and realized, yeah, these puzzles fucking suck. 6 of them are just walk around till you get to the gym later. I mean, look at Cianwood, Olivine, and Violet. They are all just straight fucking lines. I know damn well the remakes improved these, but I can't say I've experienced those, so I'm just gonna go for my answer from the originals, which is pretty garbage, and it's Blackthorn. It was between that and Mahogany, but ice puzzles are everywhere in gyms, and strength puzzles aren't really in gyms as much. Plus, Claire's fight is one of the most memorable in the entire series. She is so fucking hard, dude. If I had enough willpower in me, I would absolutely make a final ranking of every gym I mention, and while I will give my answer for the best one, if I were to select the worst one, it would easily be this one. Hoenn is a huge step up. I've only played Alpha Sapphire here, but I would assume they would have the best gyms because they're the most recent installment of the Hoenn region. Anyways, nearly all of the gyms have puzzles, it's just that they are quite lackluster, except for one. Lava Ridge is actually really fun from my experience. I had such a blast breaking all the trainers' ankles and playing the guessing game, which rift takes me up. It's pretty bland, but I still find it a fun puzzle. And sure, Fluttery is always easy, but that's because I'm a proud Mudkip Glazer, so of course it's gonna be easy. And I heard her Emerald team's actual, hard, so that would be cool. And plus, I'm just gonna be honest here, I really like the fire type. I could have always gone with Petalburg, but I feel like that would go against the whole point of me highlighting gyms with puzzles in them, and plus Lava Ridge is a better town in my opinion. So that is my answer for Hoenn. Sinnoh is also quite good, but my answer is definitely carried by the fact that I've played Pokemon Platinum. But I've also played BSP, but that doesn't really matter here. I'll be counting the best possible version of the ones I've played for each region. I could have done that with Cinnabar's gym, but truthfully they are nearly identical in Let's Go and Fire Red. If I were to give an answer, hypothetically, I would go for Let's Go. So, Hearthstone's Platinum Gym is awesome! Not only does Fantina have a fun, challenging fight, her puzzle with the flashlight and the doors is so cool and unique. Hearthstone is also a cool little city, so I'm very comfortable with this answer. But if you want overall consistency between versions, I'd give it to Sunny Shore. Unova is next, and while I haven't played the sequels and still haven't even finished the original, I still have fought all 8 gym leaders, so it counts. And my favorite gym is the first close fight between Mistralton and Nimbasa. Nimbasa has a fucking roller coaster inside, and Elisa is really annoying, but it's still a cool fight. And Mistralton has literal cannons inside, and Skyless fight is pretty fun as well. But overall, I think I'm gonna give it to Mistralton, because the puzzle is more of an actual puzzle, if you get what I'm saying. But obviously, I haven't played the sequels, so who knows if one of those gyms are awesome too. Kalos has pretty bland region design for the gyms. Most of the puzzles are really easy, therefore not fun to go through, and that goes for my favorite gym here. But you can't tell me that Anastar's gym isn't awesome. You enter, step on a rug, and get transported to the psychic-like world, and it looks sick. Sure, it's a whole lot of running around, and it isn't much of a puzzle, but what else am I supposed to do here? There isn't really much puzzle in this region's gyms. You could also say Olympia's fight isn't memorable, but that goes for every single fight in these easy-ass games, so I digress. Galar definitely brings back the excitement that regions like Unova and Sinnoh had. You could honestly go for most of these gyms and I wouldn't blame you, but for me, Snow Inside takes the cake. The Teacups ride isn't really a puzzle, but the gyms here aren't really that much of puzzles and are instead of more like tasks to do. Snow Inside is also a cool city in Galar, but obviously honorable mention to Circhester, since, I mean, that's where I would live in Pokemon after all. Paldea is by far the most challenging region to decide with. Most of the gym tests are fun and are very unique, but at the end of the day, the best one has to be in Medali. Larry's fight is sick and challenging, and finding all the ingredients to the secret menu was a fun puzzle experience before looking at the answer for every single future playthrough. And honestly, that option kinda carries it a bit. Now that we're done, it's time to pick a favorite. And while I think anything but Anastar and Blackthorn have a good case for winning, I think my favorite gym in all of Pokemon has to be Hearthome in Platinum. Something about that puzzle is so banging, and then Fantina with a really hard fight afterwards is also so good. Fantina's by nowhere near my favorite gym leader, but her gym in Platinum is just so peak. But I really had a tough time deciding my favorite, because most of them are really good, besides the two I mentioned like 5 seconds ago. And that really just goes to show how well Pokemon designs these gyms. Sure, some of them suck, but most of them are either good or really good and have some nice puzzles with them. So, that's the end. Thanks for watching. Peace.